let's talk about farming Deralium Shards, shall we? Now, before we get started with, I've got 3 locations which are going to get you large shards fairly regularly. One of them is a little slower, but accessible much earlier. One of them is a little later on, a little bit quicker for large shards, and then one of them is quite close to the end of the game. I'll show you all 3. I think the first one, most people are probably going to use the most anyway. But before we go, I need to make sure you guys know about this charmed paw item. There are a lot of people that are only referencing the lucky paw. If you're looking for large Deralium, I feel like you're later in the game and you shouldn't be bothering with this lucky paw. You should be bothering with the charmed paw. Now, make sure you progress Winterberry's quest. If you are not past the mines yet, make sure you look this up. This is easy to fail, but also easy to accomplish, okay? Basically, this means when you defeat the Skin Stealer boss, do not go up the lift, go down instead. That is the basis. This isn't a quest guide video, but just kind of as a clue, make sure you progress this quest. Once you've done that, you are going to get an eye from this person here that is going to make it so that when I progress into umbral mode right now, my item discovery is immediately at 1.3. I already have 30% item discovery before we even get started, okay? And just to show you why this paw is so important, right? If I use Lucky Paw here, my item discovery is 2.3, okay? Not bad. Not bad, I hear you say. But if we use one of these, and I assume it'll go straight over the top, so we can pop both, and we can be going on to 4.3 discovery rate, which is going to increase your item drop rate by an incredible amount. So let's go on with some spots then. One of them is going to have a little bit of a run, because you can access and do this early, even if I don't think you should do that, if you purchase the Pilgrim's Rest key. Pilgrim's Perch key, should I say. So we're going to go over to the Bell Room checkpoint right now. And if you want to farm up that 10k to do this, you certainly can. This will be a little bit finicky if you're doing it early on. I already have an early farm that I think would be better for you, because this is in the Fens area. And if you look at my screen right now, the Fen is down here. The place where we're going is right here. So, like, if you are early and you want to do this, you certainly can. I'm going to show you the easy way to take this enemy out. But, in my opinion, this should probably be saved for a little later. So, of course, you guys are going to see me click on the wrong thing. But we have appeared at the bell room. In any case, I'm going to show you guys the quick way through, just in case you do want to run on through here to make it to the memorial. We're going to pass straight through the bell room. We're going to run past all this. Beware, there are a lot of archers. This floor is going to fall down. And if you fall off where I am right now, you are going to get absolutely nailed by bucket heads. There are 3 of them down there. Now, at this point, you need to go into Umbral Realm. Good thing is that gives us iframes and knocks a load of stuff away, which is kind of funny. Okay, so once we make it to this bit, you'll see the gate on the right-hand side. Usually it's locked. I've opened mine because obviously I'm a little bit further than that. We're going to keep on going past, going past, going past. Don't get tricked right here. You need to start kind of just making sure you're not going to get pushed off the ledge. Otherwise, things are going to go badly for you. Excuse me. We need to run over to the left side. Come into the left again. Excuse me, Archer boy. You can put a checkpoint there if you're feeling a little bit risky, but we're almost there at this point. Continue up, continue up, continue up. Now, if you're good at fighting them, these are actually good for normal size shards. The archers drop the medium shards, but we're only here to show large shards personally. So if you wanted to extend what I'm about to do with all of the consumables, you could totally clear out this area and get absolutely tons of all sorts of Deralium if you want to. So once we're out of the cave, we're almost there. We can go ahead and rest at the vestige. And we've arrived at the very first good Deralium farm, or should I say large Deralium farm in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to smash our way into Umbral form. We're going to pop our item discovery items. I honestly didn't realize we could stack the 2 of them. That's amazing. Now you are going to need to be pretty quick here, especially if you are not in a state where you can fight these guys, because the paladin is going to come out of that cave about 50% of the time. So it's up to you if you want to wait around for those. Obviously something else you can do, you come over this way and you could, in theory, do like the kind of quit out reset. And this is the guy that you want to fight, okay? Now if you struggle with this guy, what we can do instead is just bring him over to the ledge. Make sure we've got him kind of, we need a clear line on him. So let's just clear the archer out. Alright, we can easily fight the other stuff without even touching him, right? And all we need to do, we can soul flay him off the ledge. So if you're struggling with the big guy, we can just send him off. Might take a couple of tries, it doesn't even matter because we can rest straight after this, right? Cool, and we can keep on farming that guy. He is the one that is going to drop us the large Deralium Shards. So I'm obviously going to skip until I get one of those to actually happen. Okay, look at that. Second run. Got one straight away. Real nice. So that is going to be position number 1. I feel like this is the easiest to get to. It's definitely the earliest. I don't know if you want to come here like at an early stage, but if you want to try it, that's up to you. Hopefully that helps you out with this spot. So next up, we're going to skip forward to a place that is a little bit later on in the game. It's actually not that much further than this, but it is going to require you to actually be able to defeat those guys one-on-one without using any of the kind of ledge tricks to put it off of the ledge. So we're going to skip forward to that. Okay, so the next spot is going to be the Leprosarium. This is mostly just a reduction in legwork. So if you like the first spot, you don't need to rush for this second one, right? You can see that basically all this does for us is mean instead of having to run along that little area that we had, we can now just kind of walk out of the front here and we can farm the exact same enemy just outside, right? I don't even know if I care about showing you guys this guy can drop it because it's literally just the same. So moving on to the third spot, which is the best spot in the game specifically for large Deralium. And the reason I'm going to say specifically large Deralium is because both of the previous ones are mixed in with the archers, and you can go and kill all the archers and get the medium nugget shards as well. So that's obviously just kind of an extra utility thing that you can do, because obviously if you clear this area out, you'll get all the other stuff as well. So just kind of bear that in mind when you see this third spot, which is actually going to be at the Empyrean. Now, this part is going to come entirely down to how many you want to do per run and your own endurance for taking these enemies out. Coming out from the lantern then, I'm going to show all of the locations that we can actually get them in, because the enemies that we want to fight are actually the pairs of knights, okay? So we're going to go into Umbral right here because there are actually a few that we can get very close by. We're going to come over to the left so that we can head up the tower. And in for these knights. So we need to defeat these knights. Let's get on this quickly. Excuse me. Now, in case you don't know, the way to defeat these is you need to put them both down at the same time before the other one stands back up. So you need to be pretty quick about it. Just one set down. As you can see, both of them can actually drop stuff. So make sure you bear that in mind when you're going around. Then the second set down. So once you've got both of those done, head straight back out. Obviously, we don't really want to mess around in here. So inside here, we're going to have a load more. We're looking for the ones, generally speaking, with the darker looking crowns. So that looks like one there, look. Guess not. Came behind me. And then the last set is lined up right there, look. So with the hammer, this should be a nice little cinch for me. And that is basically going to be the end of the run. If you wanted to make this a little bit kind of easier to run, you could obviously go ahead, plant a seed here, and then you can just repeat farm the 4 that we have in this little hole just here. That's entirely up to you guys, though, how you want to go about it. I personally think the knight right at the very beginning is the easiest way, but this is certainly pretty good here, as we can just kind of whack these through like this. So, I hope that helps you out in farming your large Deralium Shards. Out of the 3, I think I prefer the first zone. Let me know which one you think is the best, and I'll catch you all in the next video.